Hi. You're gonna help me, okay? You can help me, okay? I think that other camera's about as good as it gets.
What's that?
It should be on the 3D Printing Live channel. Am I on? Oh, I gotta go get the card. We gotta go get the card. Come here. I gotta go get the card out of my other thing. I'll be right back. My full name. Jeez. Harsh. Listen, you'll poke your eye out with all this stuff. So, watch what you're doing. Yes? What's so ouchy? Shouldn't hurt. Nothing should be hurting. If you're in pain, you have problems. Are you in pain? Or are you okay? I need to turn this off. Alright. Hey, you cannot be tired. You ready to go to bed?
No.
Okay. You wanna help me?
No,
Whatever. I don't know what you want. You gonna help me?
No.
You want up there?
Oh no.
Do you know what you want?
No.
Okay. We're both on the same page. Okay, Malachi. You gonna sit with me?
No.
We need to do a couple of things. We need to find a good camera angle for this. Which might just be good just chilling. Like here or something. Maybe up higher. I think up higher is better. There put this over here. Let's stack these up. Put it right here. So I got this angle. I got that angle. I kind of think I want it over here, actually. I've done this enough to know about where I need to set my camera. I shouldn't say enough, but I've done this a lot. Okay, Malachi. Audio. Okay, that's on. Stand right there. Can you stand right here? Alright, I'm going to be back. I want about everything in the shot. Last time I unplugged these lights to make it look a little better in here. Oh no, I unplugged these lights. No, okay, those. But I don't know, it's kind of cool. Kind of gives it a little contrast. You're not really in the shot though.
What is that?
All right, you ready to get started?
Well,
I'm gonna hit record on this.
yeah.
Okay, that's on. Let's turn this on. And I think we're just gonna roll the whole time. You want up here? Huh? You want down? We can't see you if you're down there. Whoa, don't fall. Are you okay? You good? Alright, well I'm going to record this video. Do you want to be in it? Do you want to be in this video? Want to sit on my lap? Come here, come sit on my lap. Want to? You want to sit right here? Look at yourself. Look, there's Malachi. Alright, well then you stay in. When we open the box, you can see what's going on, okay? But right now you gotta be quiet though. I need to unbuckle this. My pants are too tight, kid. Hurts my tummy. I got problems with my tummy. Hurts. Hey, are you ready? Look at yourself. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll just try it. Are you ready? Come here, I want to show you. Look, there's Bubby. Right there. Say hi. Hi. You see yourself up there? Okay, fair enough. I'd rather have him in the shop, but whatever. I got an idea. Here, let me hold you. You ready? Hey, what's up, everybody? If you hear any noises in the background, it's just this. Don't worry about it. My name's Russ, rwresearch.com. This video, we're going to be looking at what's in this box. Do we need to do that over? I think I'll just cut to it. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Russ with rwresearch.com. And today, we're going to be looking at what's in this box behind me. Now, I get asked this a lot, and it is, Russ, what 3D printer should I buy? Now, for those of you who watch my videos, you know that I do not purchase 3D printers or 3D printing equipment, except for the electronics usually, or a motor or something. But normally, I build everything from scratch, including all the printers I own. This is the first printer that I have that will be something that I didn't build. So, this is the A-net. Oh, wait. This is not the A-net. Hey, shh. Wait till we get to the unboxing. Then you can talk all you want. So, this is the Ecarry from Gear Best. Let's unbox it. You ready? Are you ready? Let's do it. Alright. Oh yeah, this camera over here is rolling. I should have done some shots for that. Okay, now I'm going to plug in all the lights. Turn this off. Did I do a good job at that? I may need to record that again because I thought about what I wanted to say, and I didn't probably say it as well as I could have. Stop this camera too. So maybe I'll do it again, because I'd rather have a second shot at that. And I'm going to turn up the bit rate so that this is a little higher. So we're going to go up to 2500 bit rate. What is this cord in my way? There we go. Alright, we're at 2800. So Malachi, let's do that again. Yeah, let's do it again.
That.
I'm going to do it again because I'd rather have a better chance at getting it right than screwing it up. Okay? So. And I wanted to look at this camera. But that's alright. Let's just do this again. Okay, Malachi, you ready? Ready? Hey, what's up, everybody? If you hear any noise, it's just this. Just ignore it. So, my name's Russ with rwresearch.com, and today we're going to be doing a printer unboxing. Now, for those of you who know my channel, you realize that I build everything. No, you gotta be quiet now. You ready to go inside? Okay, just be patient. We'll get to the unboxing soon. You're like the rest of the crowd watching this. Okay. Did you do the AC? Yeah, I did, but it's not on because it's too noisy. Oh, Malachi, the lights came on. Alright, what's up, everybody? My name's Russ with rwresearch.com. So, as you guys know, if you've been following this YouTube channel, you realize I build everything. But I need a portable, small printer. Something I can work with, because this shop is 44 square foot. That's tiny. So, this box behind me houses the entire 3D printer, and I think it's already built. So, this should be like the easiest 3D printer to show you guys if you want to purchase your own. Already put together, auto bed leveling, all the stuff. Let's find out if it's any good. I think I need to do that one more time, Malachi. You know why? Because I really know what I want to say, but I forgot. I forgot! I forgot! Are you ready? Are you ready to open this box? Are you ready? I'm ready! Let's do it! Okay. That would be good to put in. High fives. Knuckles. Thumbs up. What's next? Headbutt. Good one. Alright, fair enough. You ready to open this? Okay. I really want to say some more things, but I need to think about them. I'm going to do it again anyway. Yeah, I know. You're a big distraction. I can't think. I'll just say I'm at the end. Alright, dude, let's unbox this printer. I'm gonna move this chair so you're not distracted. Stay in here. Stay in here. Okay, we're gonna open this box. No, don't be mad. We're gonna open this box. Hey, you wanna open this box? I'll bring you inside if you don't want to help me. You'll help me in a second. You'll figure it out. Alright. I don't have enough room in here to do proper filming. Alright, right there. I should have just left that rolling. Oh well. Stop and start it again. Okay, Malachi. I think I might even put this like, maybe like right here or something. You can't touch this though. Let's set it right here, where it may fall off and break, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. Because I've already run over it multiple times. It's gonna stay. Okay, you ready? Let's do this. Let's see what kind of camera angle we got. You gonna help me? Alright, let's see what's in the box. Styrofoam. This will make a mess. Oh, it's upside down. Let's do the other way. Or we can slide it out of here. Let's pretend like I meant to do that. Want to? Let's just pretend I meant to do that. Even though I really didn't. Alright. Look at that. PLA. Cool. 1.75, 1 kilogram. Oh, yeah. Take it away, Malachi. Look at that. That's the whole thing right there. You okay? Got a USB cord. Got ourselves the foreign power adapter. You can get the US version, but apparently I failed. Oh, and a scraper. Thanks, Malachi. Alright, so look, let's put this thing. Get this out without getting the styrofoam all over it. Oh, look at this. Alright, we'll put this over here. What's this? Spool holder. Looks like it's acrylic, but it's got the sticker on there, so it should be nice and shiny under there. Oh, and another box. What's this? We got ourselves a multi-use flashcard reader. We got ourselves an extra hot end. That's awesome. We got ourselves a power brick. This guy is 24 volts, 4 amps. What else we got, Malachi? We got the carbon fiber. Look at that. And 3D printed end caps for the spool filament. Glue stick. And we got the cap for this. Here you go. Alright, let's clean up this mess and see what we actually got. Ross lost his knife riding and the only discovery actually left it at home. And I never actually say that either. Alright, Malachi. Let's put the styrofoam in this box. What's this? Piece of paper? Uh-huh. Cool. Okay. Let's put this in here. Let's put this... Oh boy. This is so exciting! Okay. Any more? That one? Put it in here. This one. Bag. Okay, we're gonna put this outside. And I think I'm gonna sweep all this crap out real quick, since we can do that. Oh, I shouldn't sweep it outside though, because it's styrofoam. Here, let's sweep it into the trash can. This will just keep it from going in the house. Yeah, I think that's good. What do you think? Okay.
Oh
Oh man, this is funny. How are you supposed to get the paper off though if it's on the back? Oh well. Okay, Malachi, let's set up the chair. And I want to try to get a better camera angle on my bench. Because this 3D printer actually fits on my bench! Yes! I love it!
no!
I already like it! It's falling apart though. It's got a one piece fell off. The cord looks pretty rough, but hey. That's part of stuff from China. That's what you get, man. We'll discuss that in a second. For now, let's see if we can get this angle in here without screwing too much of our space up. Can we do it? What does that even look like? It's not bad. What about this camera? It's still rolling. Oh, good. It's still rolling. I was hoping it was because you were hilarious. Then we need another angle for this camera. Maybe we'll just shoot it from straight on. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm going to sit down, okay? You can hold on to that. You can totally hold on to that. Alright, so we got it out of the box. Let's see if, very excited. Okay. That's all I know. You're hilarious. Alright, we got it out of the box. Now we need to see if it's any good. See if any parts are falling off or broken, because that's always important. It was packed pretty well. I do see, just by looking at it, this part fell off and the cord looks pretty beat up from this thing probably bouncing around in there, but, you know, we just have to check that over. So let's see if that pops back on. Looks like there are... Which way does it go? I think it goes... Aha. We gotta fold this in here. I'm going to unplug this because I know what I'm doing. I don't recommend you do that. Unless you know how these ribbon cables work. Okay, Malachi. This has to go... Which way? No. No. Oh, wow. It's definitely loose. It'll need some adjustment, but that's fine. Okay, it's gotta go this way, but how is that supposed to go over there on that side? Okay, I have no idea. Like this. There we go. Okay. And I wonder, Malachi, if there was a screw floating around in that box that we missed. Wow, these belts are extremely loose. We will definitely need to be adjusting those. Alright, before we go any further, I've already noticed that everything is just really loose, probably from shipping. So you're going to need to just go over this with a fine-tooth comb and just make sure things are actually the way they should be. And for any person that's never 3D printed before, that's going to be kind of hard to do. But just use some common sense. The belts need to be tightened. Stuff like this needs to be popped back on. And just give it a good overview. So far, that's my first impression. Malachi, we should be able to find that bolt. I kind of wonder if it's inside somewhere. But let's go ahead and put this on here for the moment. How does that? Oh, it goes like this. I see. Like this, Malachi. Okay. You okay? What are you doing? You getting mad? Don't get mad. Alright, it looks like it's so it looks like it has been tested because the hot end is actually... You okay? Let me help you. Give it to me. Let me help you. Let me help you. Don't get so angry, man. You're just like your father. You're just like your father. You get upset too easily. There you go. There you go. Alright, so at a quick look, it appears that the nozzle is got some plastic on it, so therefore it's been tested. However, everything's a little loose.
Wow.
And I think it needs to be adjusted. Oh, Malachi, it doesn't quite fit under here. Darn it. Alright. So, in order to move this up, I need to actually move the screw. Well, that's sad. It doesn't just work right out of the box. I was really hoping it would work right out of the box, but that ain't gonna happen. Okay, remove before using. Alright, so apparently we have to remove these plastic strips before we use this thing. I think these are supposed to hold everything in place, but actually it ended up shifting anyway. Alright, we freed that up. This one's already free. And now we need to work on, we need to go over this with a fine-tooth comb and just make sure we tightened all the screws. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to open the door because I'm sweating like a pig. And I'm going to go put you to bed, okay? Yeah, you can't have that. Oh, big boy. Alright, guys. This is quite funny. We'll be back. I'll get you a better camera angle, too. You know what I need to do? There's two things I need to do. But one of the things I need to do is, I know Shoeless wants one of these babies. I'll have to go back and read your guys' comments because I am not paying attention. I need to plumb an extra fitting into my pipe so I can pump in air from outside. Because right now it's cold outside, but it's hot in here. I'm going to turn the lights off and open this door, put Malachi to bed, and then I'll come back. We'll be back. Hey, this printer has got to be better than putting it together yourself, even if it's halfway falling apart, okay? Alright kids, I'm back. Can't be worse coming to Shubas's place on a donkey. Wow, that's rough. Alright, I'm going to try to find that screw. I kind of think it's probably down in the printer. Okay. Well, you know. Alright, this'll be funny. Let me see if I can find that screw in this box. I kind of doubt I'm going to find that screw in this box. If anything, it fell out. Oh, you know what? It might be in the bag. Nope, not in the bag. Alright, well, we won't worry about that right now. Oh, there's the screw right there. Oh wait. Nope. That's something I did. It's cut off. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit different of a video shot here. I think the first thing I'm gonna do though is put a new battery in this camera. It's already dying. Let's see if I have a... Oh, these are all OKs, which mean they last like 45 minutes. I'm going to be doing a time lapse of me repairing this, unfortunately. I mean, to be completely honest, I think this is really well built. It just didn't make it. So, didn't make it here in one piece. Actually, it is in one piece. You see how small this is, though? And you asked me if you could do up to a 4-inch. So I should be able to do up to like a 5.5. It's 150 millimeters square or cubed. So it should actually be pretty good. So let me get a better angle, because what I want to do, I want to, maybe I'll shoot it from like, I can't put it there, let's put it here to mix it up a little bit. Microphone is on. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay, let's just take a quick minute to look at this thing as it showed up in the box. So, here's my first impressions. This thing is really small. Nothing in this shop fits in this shop, and I need a really small printer that's got a nice handle on it so I can carry it around. So, in general, it looks awesome. Visually, it's built really well, in my opinion. It's got these nice extruded aluminum rails. It has a decent looking wheel set. These actually look like they're casted. So as long as they're casted round, and they should be really round. The acrylic holding everything together here. The full bottom electronics are all covered. This cable is... it's okay. It's one of those ribbon cables. It's okay hanging there. It's kind of a... you could probably rip it easily. And in general, I think this is a well-built product. However, it needs some repair work. So with that said, we're just going to go ahead and repair this. Now, I was hoping that I could just get this out of the box, plug it in, and make it work. But this stuff is so loose that there's no way it's going to print like it is right now. It's just not going to work. However, the construction of this guy appears to be really nice. So let's just take a little bit of time and repair this guy. Now, what I want to do before I repair it is just get some close-ups. Because I already talked about the problems. So now we need some B-roll. I'm going to open this door while I do this. It is really hot in here. It is like cold outside, but it is really hot in here. So let's get the loose belts first. Okay. Where am I at? Oh, let's see. Okay. Here's that the glass is actually perfectly fine though. Let's get a look at this piece that came off. Actually, these 3D printed parts look pretty good for what they are, to be totally honest. If these came off one of these machines, then I'm already impressed. So you can see this belt is loose. I don't think the acrylic is glued together. And then on this. I can't believe it's so hot. What else did I talk about that I need to sort of specify? This actually looks really nice. You guys probably want a better angle, huh? Is anybody still watching? Shuba's probably crashed out. He probably fell asleep, huh? Maybe not. I'm going to just set this right here. It might be a better angle for you. So I imagine you'll want this shot full screen, which, if I'm not mistaken, should be this one. There we go. What is that? Oh, that's the chat window. I'm taking that off. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's bring the chat window over here, huh? Okay. Now I can see it from this side. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. It's just that the screws loosened up, you know? Alright, so I gave this thing a look over, and it appears that most all of the screws are still here. It's just the fact that they're loose. So as long as the screws didn't fall out of the box completely, then you can probably find what you're looking for, and just give this thing a quick tighten everything up, and then we'll plug it in and see what we can get out of it. Alright, let's do some time lapse with the GoPro. Where should we set it? I think the back here somewhere is actually a good spot. Setting on this box. Oh yeah, I want to Now I'll put it in regular mode and time lapse it later because I might capture something interesting. Don't know yet. You guys still with me? Alright. So it's pretty cool that they actually give you a second hot end, a brand new one in case it has problems. It's got the thermistor and everything. That actually is fantastic because most of them don't come with such a thing. Scraper doesn't have a sharp edge on it, which I'll have to complain about. But yeah, let's tighten this thing up, boys. It's probably Chinese, therefore it's probably metric. It looks like it's all Allen wrenches. Looks like the lead screw is pretty square. As long as I can tighten up the bottom beam from the outside here. But you know what, I'm going to have to get in there and tighten up the belt. And in order to tighten the belt, I'm going to have to take this top cover off at least. Honestly, just as a quick glance, it's not bad. It looks like those wires, okay. It looks like those wires are screwed together. Oh man. Looks like I can't tell. It looks like the circuit board got cut. It looks like the whole trace is cut off. Dag nabbit. Well, slightly disappointed that it didn't just come out of the box. I mean, I was actually expecting slightly higher results. But the point is I gotta be honest with this. And so far I'm not disappointed. I just was really hoping it would be slightly better, but whatever. It's all aluminum and all acrylic, so it's not horrific. It's just not up to the standard I was hoping it was. But what do you expect? Okay, it's really okay. I'm not gonna complain too much yet, and I will be showing the inside of this as well. Honestly, I still think it's worth the money, even if it's in pieces, because I should film myself saying that real quick. Let me get this out. There we go. As long as it's not broken, you know, and unfortunately right now it is actually broken. That wire being cut right there means that whatever this goes to, it looks like the fan, it's just the fan, but the fan won't work, you know, and that's a problem. This actually looks, what is that? Oh, okay, so it's attached to the bottom is attached to the acrylic. So in order to get the bottom off, it's going to be almost impossible. And this actually is a good control board. It's really not a bad control board. It looks like all the potentiometers have been adjusted. The wires are actually labeled. I mean, these are quality things here. It's just sad that it didn't quite do. It just didn't make it. What was I going to say about this? Oh, that wire. What was I going to... Oh, the kit. Okay. Alright, so I've been messing with this thing for just a tiny bit. I took the top acrylic cover off. Kind of want to show you what the electronics look like. But briefly, I wanted to mention that this is a complete built unit, which means that even though it's not functional as is at the moment, it's a lot better than putting a kit together, in my opinion. A little repair work is a lot easier than building this from scratch. I guarantee it. Alright, so I popped the acrylic cover off, and just look inside here, you can see that all the wires are actually labeled. Which is really, I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that they are labeled. So even if you do have problems, at least all the wires are labeled. And each cable end has been marked, it appears. At least you can see the X on this one. So that's already great. It appears that the potentiometers have been turned and set accordingly to what they should be. That's how you adjust the current. So it looks like somebody actually did, run this through its paces before they shipped it out, which is actually fantastic. So it's just unfortunate that they're shipping, what happened. But, that's part of shipping. Now, one thing I noticed, which is a kind of a bummer, actually, is the fact that this trace on this circuit board has been cut, probably by this housing as it was flopping around. So that looks like it's going to a fan, which means that fan's not going to work. And if that's cooling the extruder, we'll have some problems. So I can repair that, but for the average person, that's not good. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to really cut this video. Okay, so let's keep going. Alright, can't find the screw for that. It goes all the way through. We're going to have to take this circuit board off and do a quick solder patch job, which is okay. Oh, there's a shim right there. Okay. Hey, I still, once again, if this thing actually produces the prints that are on this machine right here, those prints look amazing. They really look good. Really look good. Alright, so the good news is I know what I'm doing. I have the ability to repair this. So I will do that. Yeah, it's cut all the way through. What a shame. That's too bad. I mean, if the cover falls off, it's one thing, but that's it's unfortunate right there. So what do you guys think so far? Actually, I can't think of a single use for 3D printer. You keep saying that, but I think if you actually had one, you might actually use it. I'm not kidding. Alright, we'll just put a little dab of solder on here. I don't know why I took this off. I don't know why I took the screws off, but I did. I just hope that the whole thing actually works. I mean, it appears that they tested it. I gotta screw this up, that's why. Alright, looks like I got enough solder on there. Now I just need to put a little wire in there. Alright, so I just threw away a bunch of micro wires from the project. We'll just dig one out of the can. There's one. Perfect. So, I think what I'll do is I'll ask the lady at Gear Best what they do if a product doesn't work. You know, do they give the customer, like, do they have them ship it back? Because I'll need to think that's an important question to ask. I'll just use my knife to cut that off. Okay, that's repaired. So I need to find out what screws these are because I need a screw for that other cover. Don't need a QSN. You don't need a QSN. Used to make 3D models for video games. So it appears that the limit switch is actually soldered to this board, which is rather interesting design. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's an interesting design choice. Makes sense though. Actually, it makes really good sense. So I'm just going to go through all of these screws and lightly tighten them all. Okay, that was going to the motor. That's why those aren't on there. So how do we adjust the slop? Let's see, we want to make sure that... I think they just need to tighten all these screws down better. And all of them are ever so slightly loose if you were to ask me. And then again, I probably tighten everything down too tight most of the time. So I can already tell you that you're not going to be running this real fast. And there's only two screws, two little screws that hold this thing from moving. It appears those are actually tight though. Oh, so this thing needs to be square with the bed, and the only thing holding it together is the acrylic on the bottom, which is okay. Oh wait, there's more screws that went into the bottom that go into the rail. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, that tightened up a little bit. That'll keep it a little more square. Yeah, that's a little better. And then these brackets, okay, it's not so bad. The design, I mean. Alright, I do want to tighten these a bit tighter. So that one's actually really tight. Okay. So the only other thing we need to do is tighten the motor bracket, which actually can be done from the bottom, it appears. Okay, that's not so bad. You don't even have to take the top off in order to actually do that. However, what I do want to do is tighten. Okay, so this is the motor bracket right here. Need the one in between. Alright, this one. Wow, that's some seriously thick acrylic though. Holy crap. That's like a 1/2-inch piece of acrylic. Can't complain there then. Okay, yeah, that makes up for it. That's actually pretty intense. That's a serious, that's a serious piece of acrylic. Alright, so for me, I think I want to make a short clip here. Let's see if I can. This thing here. Alright, so we're working on this thing, and maybe it's just me, but I like my screws a little tight. So I've been tightening everything about only like I don't know, 15 to 30 degree turns, just a tiny bit, just to tighten them up. There's a few that have been way loose, but most of them are okay. Now I was looking at the construction of this thing. This is acrylic. This whole base is acrylic. Everything else is aluminum, but the base is acrylic. Now, at first I was like, ooh, that's not a great idea. However, this acrylic appears to be something on the order of 10 mil thick. 10 millimeters. Check out how thick that thing is. So here's the aluminum piece, okay? And here is the actual acrylic base. So that's a seriously thick piece of acrylic. So actually I'm more pleased with this construction than originally thought. And also this has been glued, and so this whole piece of acrylic around the outside gives it a little extra support. So I think that's actually a pretty good design. I really do think this thing was built good. It's just too bad it didn't make it through shipping. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, those are a little loose though. Imagine that. I need to get my, I can use these, but use a socket wrench would be smarter, huh? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to that one though. It's underneath the thing. And maybe use like a tiny bit of a Loctite or something on some of these. I think it would have been a little better, wouldn't it? Okay, it's still better than building it from scratch, let me tell you. I would not want to build this from scratch. Alright, the bottom looks good. I'm not too worried about everything else. It appears like the wire that goes into the bottom is actually crimped. I wonder if they did that on purpose. It's actually pinched in between the like this ribbon is actually pinched 180 degrees, which I guess is okay as long as the wires don't break, huh? I mean, everything else actually looks pretty darn good. So it appears that we can adjust the belt from the bottom. I guess I'll make this a semi informative video, which means I'm gonna briefly show them where the belt gets tightened at. And that sits flush. I mean, that's a good design. I'm not going to complain about how this thing's actually designed. Looking at the inside construction, it looks like they taped these wires down that go up to the front panel, which is great. After looking closer at this, the belt tensioner actually is tensioned from the bottom side. So you can tighten this belt without taking the top off, which is fantastic. So just a side note for anybody who has to do this along with me. Okay. So let's tighten the belt. Yeah, the acrylic's all glued together. I'm not complaining about the construction of this thing. It's just shipping, man. It's just the way it is. Shipping's rough on these things. Even this one was even packed well with a stopper, and the stopper moved. I mean, it had to have get slammed against the ground. It had to have. There's no other ifs, ands, or buts about it at this point. Alright, that belt is tightened. Now, how do these wheels stay on here? How does the glass stay on here? The glass is being held on with screws into a piece of acrylic, so you probably won't be able to heat that. And then in order to adjust the tightness, we're going to have to take the glass off. Okay. Maybe I should make a separate how to repair the repair video. It's really not a bad idea, to be honest. Alright, I gotta be really careful when I tighten this glass. We do not want to break it. It appears they only use 2 bolts on the glass, which is, again, an interesting design choice. I guess, actually, that's probably a better idea anyway. So I don't have to take this off, but I'm going to, because I want to tighten the rails up. Nicely semi-polished acrylic. Alright, so in order to fix that, I'm going to want to, it gives you, Russ's shop gives you, you're funny. Okay, so it appears these have been machined in a way that makes getting these any tighter kind of difficult. Because, unless one of these is adjustable. Because these are actually, there we go. Okay, so it appears that this side is loose and this side is tight. What that means is we need to go to the bottom. Okay, I want to show that on video. Alright, so I was adjusting this plate. I went ahead and took the glass off here just so I could get to these screws underneath here. But I probably did not need to do that, because these have offsets inside of them which keep the screw in the middle. So if you see here, the table is tight. You can't move it. So if you move it over to this side, the whole table is very, very loose. And the reason for that is you can tighten these rails on the bottom side of this. So I'm just going to loosen up the very bottom, try to move these out a fraction, and then tighten them back down, and I bet this would be fine. So you probably do not need to remove the glass. This is probably perfectly okay the way it is. But this might be like a, I don't know. I was hoping I didn't have to do this stuff. I didn't want this to be part of this video, but apparently it might have to be part of this video. And again, the actual physical construction of this is pretty darn good. It just didn't make it through the mail. It really is unfortunate. Dropped it when they unloaded it. My friend has one. Price is right. As long as I don't break it. Hey, the knob is still intact. It's not broken off. That would actually be a fail. If that knob was broken off, it'd be completely useless. could replace the glass if you need to, so that's cool actually. Alright, so we are going to tighten, we're going to loosen these. One. Actually going to loosen this one. This one. Somebody's having some fun with their car out there. They do this stuff all the time though. No more wobbly. What? I filled the GoPro camera up? Holy crap. Okay. I should have put that in time-lapse mode, apparently. Holy crap. That thing is so hot. Wow. Alright, well let me go dump this card. I don't have another one, so I have to go dump this one. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the lights off. You guys, I forgot to delete the stuff off this card before I started. That's why it filled up so fast. Silly me. Alright, we'll delete this card this time. We won't have this problem. Okay. That's my fault. I say, we got this tight now. Okay. Let's keep going. I could change the camera angle. It's probably a good idea, actually. I'll put it over here. Okay, so we got all that tightened. I bet that cord's supposed to be pinched in there so it doesn't come out. Otherwise you'll pull it out. This belt is tightened. It still rubs that wire a little bit, which is a bit concerning, but it's okay, I think. Comes with an SD card. Doesn't say how big it is. We'll have to find out. Has no label on it at all. It's just an SD card. Okay. You know what? This printer is going to be awesome once I get it running. It actually is a really cool looking machine. It's pretty light and compact for a 150mm build size. Okay, so how do I tighten that? I gotta tighten that all the way through? Guess so. I'm gonna tighten this one real quick. Looks like maybe I already did. I brought an AC power cord out here. Over there for now. Okay, so the nozzle, you know, like I said, it does have red plastic on it, which means it's been tested, which is actually amazing. I'm going to film these little limit switches real quick. So before I put this cover back on, I hit the microphone. So before I put the cover back on, I wanted to look at these little micro switches. So you wouldn't think micro switches would be that accurate, but after testing them on my home built machine, I've learned that they're actually very, very accurate. So yeah, this is basically the inside of this guy, and you can see the control board back here all looks fine. This is all still secure. So yeah, let's put the cover back on and we'll start working our way up to the machine. Alright, so we'll put this back on. Which way does it go? This way. Yeah, it's unfortunate this thing just wasn't packed that well. You still with me, Russ? Who else is still with me? There's quite a few people on there right now. Oh, that's upside down. Just gotta go this way. Hey, we'll be printing in no time. I watched another guy's review on this printer, and it's kind of interesting because in the video you could tell that the whole thing was super loose. When I was doing its home command, it was like super loose, which I find rather funny because obviously loose can happen. We just realized that, didn't we? You know what? Seriously, for 150 bucks, there's a lot of parts going on in this thing. A lot of things that could have gone wrong that apparently did during shipping, but at the end of the day, I still think this is going to be a really good printer. I honestly think it'll be a good little machine for a person that's just starting out. Even with this like little bit of repair work I'm doing right now. As long as there's no like seriously major flaws with this machine, like a stepper driver crashed out, man, or something like that. I really think I'm gonna enjoy this little guy. I think what I'm gonna enjoy most about it is carrying it around. I was thinking about bringing it to Ukraine with me. Or not Ukraine, but Italy. I was going to bring it home, and I still might, but I'm not sure if I can fit it in the carry-on section of the plane. So I can't tell if it's hitting the limit switch. I guess it is. Okay. This is some pretty black acrylic too. I like it. Alright, so let's work our way up. This stuff looks perfectly okay. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these, which apparently are pretty darn tight. Okay, working our way up the machine. It appears I'm going to have to take this motor off to get to that screw, which definitely should be tightened. Let's go ahead and take this off. Electrode's still there. Yeah, this is some seriously good printed pieces here. I mean, that's pretty good quality. Okay, so it looks like we're missing a set screw on this side, but it may have never been put in. So first things first, is this motor back here tight? Look, even the handle is solid aluminum. I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest with you. Alright, I think I already tightened these. Wow, it's finally getting cold in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tighten the stepper motor belt pulleys, because I've had very bad luck with that in the past on my own machines. Now, I honestly think that this can print a QSN. I think that I'm going to have to work on this Teflon tube here, because that's going to be my major problem. But in general, it may look sloppy, but I bet you it will print. And that's actually a test that I'm going to be doing. You better believe I'm going to be doing that test. Okay. So in order to get this as tight as it should be, yeah, I can't complain, you know, about this printer so far, because for the price and to not actually have to build it from scratch, it's pretty good so far. That pulley needs to come out though. It's not real square with the channel. Oh, you know what though? The channel's not tight yet. Crap, I gotta tighten that before I tighten that. These stepper motors are pretty small. They're not real big either. Okay, so I need to tighten this, and it really does need to be square. How do I make sure this is square? Oh, there's a screw on the inside. Crap. How do you get to that? I guess you don't. You have to bring the whole thing off the rails. Which, nothing's attached. It's all attached to this ribbon cable. Dang, even the heater goes through this ribbon cable? Holy crap. Alright, well, let's just slide it off the top. It's actually not a hard thing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna like this machine once I get it a little repaired here. I can tell already I'm gonna like this machine. It's just so compact. It really does look pretty cool. So I'm just gonna run this thing all the way off the top. I guess I'll tighten everything. Oh, except for that, I can't tighten that. That actually is already pretty good. That axis is good. It's just this one that's loose. Off the top. Here we go. Pop. Okay. So there's a hole there. That's fantastic. I think I'm going to film this real quick. Just move this out of the way. I'll use my good camera here. Alright, so to fix this axis right here with the hot end on it, I just went ahead and popped the handle off, just 2 screws on the top, and then I just unscrewed this by turning this motor. Make sure you turn these slow because it will power the system, which is very bad on the system. So as you can see, there's a hole right there in the aluminum plate to get to this bolt, and the same thing with this bolt. So it's just those two that hold this together. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hold this as square as I think is square, and just tighten that down. Everything else on here actually is pretty good. It's not bad at all, but those two have to be tightened. Okay, let's see if I can set this like this. I gotta get this side. Alright, unplug this extruder. I mean, it even comes with shrouding on the wires, you know. Most of the other printers that are kits and stuff are just look like total junk. Oh no, I can't get to that. I actually cannot get to that through that hole, which is okay. I can do it this way, but it's kind of funny. Everything on this is aluminum. Yeah, I'm really not complaining so far. Little bit of tweaking. Good and tight. Go ahead and tighten these while I got it apart. Oh yeah, they could use a little, and they are. I wonder how you adjust these though. I guess you don't. Okay. I can't really adjust or tighten that one. Alright, so this needs to be adjusted as well. Again, I don't know how you tighten that. Oh, on the side. Okay. Man, this thing is sure strangely built. Not strange, but interestingly built. That's really sturdy though, you know? And I think the weakest part of this machine is that it only has one rail up. Which basically means that there's any issues anywhere. How does it know how high it goes? Where is the home switch for that? Oh yeah, it's the bed itself. Okay. So it knows how high it is. Huh. Interesting design. So the Z Pro is actually the print head itself, which I knew that, I just didn't realize it while I was looking at it. It goes all the way down to the bottom. That's how it homes itself, which is pretty interesting. So, I find it interesting that there's no manual at all. That's actually a huge downer. Wait, where does this bolt go? Where did I get this from? That's interesting. I wish there was 4 wheels on here instead of 3. Because I was complaining that the other one didn't have 3, but... where in the heck did that bolt come from? Oh yeah, it comes from the end here, which we're not done with. So it looks like there's 2 set screws on this gear. Excellent. I only loosened one. That'd be why it's not moving. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get that. Like in the middle. Yeah, if I'd had to build this from scratch, I don't think I would have liked that very much. Eye in the sky. Oh, Litro's still with me. I think Russ probably fell asleep. Okay, so this gear isn't perfectly round. Which isn't a big problem, but I've noticed on mine if the gears aren't perfectly round, I don't think it works quite as well in my opinion. The slopness of the gear to the shaft is not as nice as I would like. But it's okay. Okay, that's good. Now we need to just I'm gonna loosen these again and see if this belt's tight enough. I want it to be a tiny bit tighter, actually. Now the interesting thing is there's not really any room for error on this bushing here. Yeah, if you tighten it too tight, it completely locks it up. Very interesting. Okay. I bet you these caps are, well, maybe not. So maybe they're actually printed on this machine, but maybe not. It'd be interesting if they were actually. Boing! Did you hear that? It's pretty tight. It might actually be too tight because of that not being perfectly round. Let's just see how it goes. I think it should be fine, right? Huh, that sure is an interesting design. Okay. Alright, we're almost there actually. I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off because I want to see how this is held on here and how I can tighten it. I can put this cover back on now though. Cool thing is I can 3D print these caps, make them whatever color I want. It's cool that they even have a belt cap on there, because all the other printers I saw, they didn't even have that. I mean, they were just super cheap. And I still can't complain. This thing so far is... Okay, I can just try to loosen the yeah, okay, we're actually almost done. I was going to take that apart, but I don't need to. And it's got a 3D printed cooling shroud on it. Cool. Wonder how that must be just floating on that's going to cause issues in that actually, but oh, actually that's a solid aluminum frame. So let's go ahead and take this cover off. I want to see what's in it. I want to see how well or not well this is built. Then I'm going to make an overview video before I even power this thing on. It looks like the bearing inside here has actually got a rounded thing on it, which is actually fantastic. I want to look under the hood of this guy. It looks like there is a little limit switch circuit port in here, and this is on springs, so the slop that this is cannot be changed. Okay, and then this fan is for that, that fan is for that. Very nice actually, and this actually isn't even touching, it's floating on there. So this being so loose, which means it has room to move, I think that would be needs to have like some Teflon liners on it or something so it slides a little better. But let's make a video what the hood under the hood looks like. So I've taken the hood off here, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can see this solid piece of aluminum right here. It's just got these wheels on it. So in order to tighten this and make sure these 4 wheels are tight on this rail, just loosen them up, push them together as hard as you can, and tighten them back down. This is nice and tight now. It's not going anywhere. So everything is nice and tight now. So I'm happy with that. I went ahead and took this off though, and I just kind of want to peek under here. And you can see that the home switch for the Z-axis is actually this. So there is a movement. There's movement here, and there's a limit switch of some kind, or some other type of switch. I can't quite tell. It looks like maybe actually an optical switch. Interesting. So this has a little bit of play in it, as you can see here. And that does mean that the nozzle is going to wobble a tiny little bit. So if I'd modify anything on this machine, it would be actually this. So it's a solid chunk of aluminum here, and that's actually sliding. And then this cooling fan blows air straight through this way and cools that aluminum block. And then on the bottom here, you've got the hot end. So it looks just like this one. Alright, and it's just sitting in there just like this. And there's probably set screws on the other side, I can't tell. Now, like I said, this actually has plastic on it. If it'll focus. Where are we at? So this actually has plastic on it, which means that from the factory, this was a fully functional and tested machine, which is actually surprising to me. It's good that they do that, and that's quality insurance for them. And I forgot to mention this does come with an SD card. But, as I throw it on the ground, I can't blame them if it's broke. It has no size on it, so we'll see how big it is here in just a minute. So yeah, the repairs are almost complete, and we're about ready to fire this thing up. Okay. Alright. So let's just put this back on. Just wanted to show what was underneath there. Now, I don't think I have any of these screws lying around, and that one was lost, so there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about that. It's actually, this is M3. I should have some M3 screws in the house. Interesting design. I could say it's not bad. Might be room for improvement, but it's not bad. I think the biggest thing is this is not going to be a really fast running machine. There's no way. It's probably going to be a slow running machine. Okay. So, let's shoot a video of this repair real quick. And I don't know why. Maybe I got this cable wrong, but this thing is coming out of here at a really stupid angle. Maybe it's just the way it is, actually. Okay. So I wanted to show you the little solder fix. I just put a little wire, scraped off the coating, the green coating, dabbed a little solder on the trace, put a little wire in there and soldered it on. Should be good to go. This limit switch is pretty cool. It's just mounted right on here, but as you can see, it's not affixed to anything. It's not actually put on there, so maybe a dab of glue would help make sure this axis is homed really well. This one's not too important, really. The Z-axis is the most important to make sure it's accurate. So we'll see how that works out for us. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this cover back on. We can pretty well call it ready to test. test out. So this is not the review video I was hoping for as far as like how I wanted to do it, but I think it's important to do it in this manner. So this is like not real screwed down. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and find a screw for this. It's got to be an M3, and I probably don't have any out here. I'm gonna have to go in the house and get one. I know exactly where they are. I really don't want to have to dig it out, but I'm most likely gonna have to. Just don't think I have any of those out here. And if I do, it's probably not long enough. Okay. Apocalypse. Alright, let's put this back on. Actually, there's 2 screw holes, but only one apparently gets used. So like this. Okay, you know what? There is supposed to be 2 of them there. So, and I probably have exactly what I need in M3, so I'm just going to go get those bolts. Let's see if this is this way. Put it just like this. Cable's pretty rough. It's rather interesting to see. The ant. This is called the ant. Okay, I'm gonna pause this camera. Let it cool off. I'm gonna go get some M3 bolts. Alright, good luck. I had exactly 2, and they're probably exactly the right length. And they should be M3. Let's see if they're the right length. It might be a little long. No, they're short. Really? Oh, battery's dead. Okay. Oh, this one's long enough. It's just the bottom one. Oh wait, no it's not. Oh well, I'll pretend like it's long enough even though it's not. Okay. Alright. So let's set this out. I'm gonna make a video about it. This will be the first impressions video. Maybe this should be a first impressions video. I think I'll make 2 videos. This will be the first impressions video. Let's see how big this SD card is and see if the SD card reader even works. And let's see what's on it. Oh, maybe the instructions are on it. Okay. And, okay. So it's got repeater host. Oh crap, I forgot I had to do all that. It's got G codes on it. Ecarry instructions. What's in the zip folder? Oh, the entire firmware. Yay! Okay, I better copy this whole entire card before I do anything. Copy. Paste. Is the stream still working? Oh, I'm surprised because my other printer, or my other, this is still on. Huh. Okay, well, I'll turn that off. There we go. Alright, so how big is the disk? The disk is 3.75, 4 gig basically. Ecarry instructions. And then there's a video about repeater host. It looks like it's all in Chinese. So before I can say anything about printing, I need to really look at this stuff. It's got the whole firmware on it. It's got repeater host. Let's make a short clip about that. So I took the SD card and SD card reader and I got it pulled up here on the PC and we can see exactly what's on here. So it's a folder that says ANT and it has some G codes. It has the Arduino IDE, it looks like. It's got the repeater host. It's got a few other things. I clicked the wrong thing. I should have not done that. Okay. It's got the Ecarry, it's got instructions, brings you to a website that are the instructions. It has a video about repeater hosts, friendly reminder, and it's got just instructions for a few things, so that's really nice to have. It's got a few more G codes, and what's really nice is that, let's see if we can open this. Okay, it's got the Arduino IDE somewhere. Oh, here. Okay, so the entire firmware is on here. which is fantastic. This means it's pretty well completely open source. It runs off of, I believe, repeater host, however you want to say it. So yeah, so that's great. It's a 4 gigabyte SD card too. Okay, where did that bring me? Okay, it brought me to a simple instructions video. Okay, so let's go ahead and film that real quick. Alright, so this brought me to a PDF, which is actually the instructions. Welcome, thank you for choosing. It talks about the spool holder. Tells you how to do a few things. So I will glance through this to hopefully set up the first stage. I doubt there's anything in here that says that you need to fix everything when you get it. Troubleshooting guide. Okay, cool. That's helpful. And I guess I'll film a little bit of that video real quick. I can't hear it because I unplugged my speaker. Actually, I just turned it off. Let's turn it back on. Bom, bom, bom. Okay. Do I have audio? Oh. Okay. So there's no audio anyway. So the instructional video here looks like it is in maybe a couple different languages. So that's kind of nice. And it has which one's which. It's no audio as far as I can tell. It's just video and showing you how to do everything. And I believe it does have the different languages. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, this one's in English here. So cool. So just a little instructional video of how to do some simple stuff. So that's fantastic. At least they include some information and some how-tos and how to get started. So if you're brand new to this, we'll see how that works out. Oh, there is audio. It just sounds very weird. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to record my sort of like first impressions part of this video. Hello, mic check. Mic is still on. Let's zoom all the way out. Okay. Alright, hit record. Get a few things out. That. This. Don't need that. Filament. This actually looks like the same same box that I normally see. Interesting. Alright, welcome back everybody. I'll maybe adjust this a little before I get started. Okay. Well, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, I've unboxed this guy, I've looked at it, got some extra parts here, which is fantastic. And what I wanted to do is just give you my first impressions. So I've got it out of the box, I did some repair work on it. Now, I have to say that this machine has been tested before it left the facility because it has plastic on the nozzle, and you can see that someone went through the test procedures to make sure this thing worked before it left the factory. However, during shipping, this thing got annihilated. So that's not the manufacturer's fault, that's the shipping's fault. It appears that the box is pretty well packed, so it shouldn't have moved around that much. Some of the styrofoam was broke, so it obviously got hammered. So at the end of the day, this is one of the only printers on GearBest that does not require you to construct the entire thing from scratch. It is a pretty small unit. This is easily can be chucked around, and it's got a really thick base on it. acrylic base as the bottom part. What I did is I went through and just tightened everything, tuned everything, checked everything, made sure everything was tight. So to not have to build it from scratch as a beginner, even if you had to take this apart and just do a couple fixes, honestly, I still think it's totally worth the money. It's really, like, it's built really well, in my opinion. These are actually, like, really good components, as far as I can tell so far. I haven't powered it on and tested anything yet, but I want to give you my, like, first impressions. The fact that it comes with a nozzle and a heater cartridge and a thermistor, it's got a whole entire unit, so in case you have problems with yours or something happens, you have a whole new one here, which is actually really great. And to have a full spool 1 kilogram roll of filament is fantastic. It does come with a scraper, however it does not have a sharp edge on it, so you're going to want to make this sharp. Having a blunt edge is not going to help you very much. The stand for the filament, if I don't break it, it's alright. It's made out of acrylic, and these angled brackets need to be bent out a little bit. It probably, again, got smashed in shipping. So this thing went through some terrible times during shipping, but hey, it did make it, and all the pieces except for 2 screws are here. The 2 screws that hold this plate on. You know, other than that, not too bad. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go through the instruction manual. The stuff on the SD card, there's instructions on here, and that's fantastic. It tells you some basic stuff. All the firmware is on here as well, so that's great. Make sure you back up this card when you get it. So now, I'm actually going to try to print something. Let's see if we can do it. How long was that? Didn't say. Okay. Alright. Where are you guys at? What time is it? It's almost 12, 11. Okay, let's see if we can just quickly power this thing on and print with it. Alright, you guys aren't saying much, so... Alright, so I'm going to go through the instructions because what I want to do is just try to print something quickly. Get my GoPro back out, put a new battery in it. That's the good GoPro battery. Oh, I think that's what was it though. This one's okay, it says. Alright, so I'm gonna, I really want to bend this out. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the acrylic. Alright, as long as it fits this spool, it should be okay. Yep, I'm gonna open up a brand new roll here instead of using some other stuff. Let's see if we can stick this on here. Now it does say that there's a spool, a PE holder. I'm using a 200 gram filament source. A PE holder is shown on the figure to stop filament from shifting, resulting in filament jam. Okay, so it needs a better holder basically. I'm going to plug this guy in. That's the European plug, I need the American plug. I don't see a power switch on this thing. All I see is a USB. That's actually kind of something I would definitely want to add. I thought we were gonna do more. Let's see, somewhere there's a power switch. Maybe it's back there. Yeah, it's like really back there. Okay. Do I have another see, I can plug it into the light. Nope, I can't. Humbug! Alright, well, we'll unplug something over here. I do have plenty of outlets. We'll yank this one. I don't know where that goes, but we yanked it. Alright, here we go. Yay! Whoops. Okay, we have power. We have power. So I'm going to follow the instructions. Product type. It says PLA, ABS, HIPS, PTEG are the print materials you can use. Now I'm going to wipe this bed off. Okay. This is a pretty interesting flash drive. Card reader, all in one, USB 2.0. And I'm not going to plug in Repeater. I'm not going to use the joystick yet. I just want to see. Oops, I unplugged this. Forgot to plug it back in. I messed that up. Okay. So, wow. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Just leave that there. Operations, turn knob. Plug in the power after the LCD is activated, showing, okay, plugged it in, okay. 3, nozzle temperature. Target nozzle temperature, menu interface, controlling knob, auto home reset position, select prepare auto home. Operations. Temperatures, select XYZ only at this time, choose movement unit first, rotate knob, move axis, okay, the card, the extruder, you can extrude, okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, the card is in here, I'm going to go to auto home and see if this thing crashes. Let's see, I need to go to prepare. Let's see, let's get the good camera out as well. Where can I put this? Maybe over here. Will it fit? I don't know. Yes. Alright. Turn it maybe. How about that? Okay. Alright, so I'm reading the manual and I'm just going to whoops. Oh, there we go. No! How do I go back? This is actually reverse of my other printer. Alright, it says go to menu, info screen, press the menu button, control knob, sets, interface. Yes. I'm going to go to prepare. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go down to auto home. Here we go. He is working. Oh yeah. All right. So now, set this over here. Now let's go down to auto level. It's pretty sensitive. Okay. It has been auto-leveled. Now I'm going to go back to home. Alright, I'm going to try moving an axis 1 millimeter. I want to move the Z. $60. Just to get it out of the way. Okay, now we need to figure out how to load the filament. Okay, so this I think has a bulldog extruder on it. And now is not the time, but eventually we'll take this thing apart. It actually looks like a really good design. It's all aluminum, so that's a pretty good deal. Let's try to load the filament. Okay, I need to maybe put this camera back here. I don't know, I'll be cutting out probably a lot of this, but gotta film it all. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Okay, it says press through the extruder gear and guide bearing. Press the spring from the space to guide. Material releasing. Okay, so press through the extruding gear and guide bearing. Press spring to create space from guide. Okay. That's pretty easy. So this just goes somewhere in here. This goes in there. And this is supposed to go into that hole. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Okay, so alright, let's use this one. Alright, I very simply put that through here. That was real easy. Oh, I got some grease on my hand. Got enough grease in me. My last name is Grease. Anyway, so this is a spring tensioner here on this little end. So if I need to make this tighter or looser, I can just adjust the spring tension here, which is a really easy way to do it. And loading this is real easy. You just push it, slide the plastic in, and that's pretty well it. So that's fantastic. It's a lot easier than mine right now. Mine doesn't release quite like that. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to heat it up to 210. This is weird. Everything is backwards compared to my other printer. Uh-oh. This needs to be fixed though. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat this thing and try to extrude a little plastic just by holding this and pushing the plastic through there, just to make sure it gets to the right temperature. And then I'm just going to try printing something right off the SD card. See what happens. Let's see if there's anything else I need to worry about. Load the filament for preparation of the nozzle. Heat to 200 first. Load the filament, straighten, sharpen it. Okay. Now load, blah blah blah, we did that. Before operating, install repeater host and study the manual, both digital copy providing the SD card, repeater host software to transfer the model on the G code. Into layers. Generate printing movement with algorithms. G code file is particular file designed for 3D printing. Ecarry auto level feature in the machine will perform auto level before every print to ensure the print is calibrated. Check Z offset. Okay, this thing is smelling, so it must be hot. Oh yeah, there's actually white plastic in there. Interesting. cool. That's actually like really easy. Alright, so I actually want to try to wipe this off. Let's see if we can get that red off there. I don't like it. I like my nozzles clean. Hey, now I can finally use your smaller nozzle, Mike. I still have your, I think it's the right size, 0.35. This one looks like a 0.4. I never did try it yet, but I still have it. I've been waiting to try it, so this would be a good machine to try it on. Alright, now I need to cool that down. Man, that heated up pretty fast. Yeah, that's good. I like this. It's good so far. How can I jackknife that up? Maybe with this. Okay. Check the Z offset. Before performing auto level, the distance between the nozzle and the platform needs to be adjusted. The nozzle close to the platform blocks the platform. The nozzle is too high, result too low, and the current material can't be released. To get accurate Z offset, we could connect the printer with a computer using the provided UPS and a repeater host. And then it tells you how to adjust all of that. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think I'm just going to try printing something. Let me actually pause that for a second. I'm actually going to set this on the ground. Hey, we're almost there. We're going to be printing something. Pretty good. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Actually, can't quite get the whole thing in there like that though. Alright, so I've read through the manual and it says to do a little bit more calibration to get this thing level, but what I did is I just ran a auto bed leveling, and I'm just going to try to print something that's on the SD card and see if we can make it work. So there looks like there's 3 things there. I actually don't know. I think, which G code does it want me to try this on? Now, I'm not going to lay down glue stick yet. I just want to see if the thing will print. Okay, it says actually to go ahead and heat it up to 200 degrees Celsius. So let's bring it up to 200. Fan speed. See if the fan actually works. Yep, looks like. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It reset. Why did it reset? Oh, it's still running. Wait, why did it do that? Okay, well, for whatever reason... Oh, I put my finger back here. Maybe I reset something. Alright, well, let's do an auto home. Okay, let's do an auto bed leveling command. I really do like this little machine. It's a pretty cool little unit. And I didn't have to build it. Well, I spent like 2 hours repairing it. Preheat for... Oh. It reset again. Huh. Okay, apparently I can't do that. Not sure exactly what happened, but it did not like me. No idea why it was resetting. Although that fan has stayed on so far, which is interesting. Okay, so let's put this... X and Y. Why can't I move the Z? Maybe I accidentally screwed this up. Oh no, there we go. It wouldn't let me move it. Alright, come on baby. I want to print something. So let's turn this to 200. Ooh, that's high. A ribbon, a screw box. I don't know what these are. ZCM, Exonoidy, Strip 2, SJJ, screw box, ribbon, 50/50. That's probably a 50mm cube maybe. And a 129507. Huh. Well, let's try printing a ribbon. You want to? Don't know what to expect. So it's at 75/75, which is the center of the bed. Alright, it homed. Oh, it's going to do an auto bed leveling. That's stuck really well to that glass. Alright, it says I'm supposed to get a pair of tweezers and get the plastic. I wish it came with a pair of tweezers, actually. That's okay. Okay, it's heating to 200 degrees Celsius. That cooling fan is still on, which I guess apparently it stays on if I turned it on once. Can really feel the air cool in it though. It's a good thing. So it's probably gonna purge right before it goes. Okay, chill out. Oh, I didn't get it in time. It's okay though, we'll let it go. Oh, it's gonna cause problems. Okay, it's out of the way far enough. See if I can get a closer shot of this. Oh, that was just the outside anyway. Hey, it's actually laying down a really nice first layer. I can't complain about that. I do wish it would go faster though. Okay, let's pull off this. We are printing. How about that? Well, I can't complain for getting it out of the box and doing about 2 hours of repair. And it's sticking to that glass really nicely. And I didn't have to level it. I'm happy about that. I'm real happy about that. Oh, little curl. Oh no, that was the curlicue stuck to the hot end. Wow, that's laying down a really nice layer. I should try printing a QSN like right away. Maybe not. That's really a nice layer. I'm actually very surprised at how well that's laying that down. That's impressive. I'll have to say that's impressive. Russ likes fast. That printer sounds like my printer, yeah. I may have to adjust the spring tension on that thing, but you know, I kind of have a feeling that this is going to be able to print a QSN pretty well. That's like the ultimate first test, you know? I probably won't do that today. This I could strap on the back of my motorcycle and bring it to work with no problem, though. Which would be pretty sweet. And you know, I'm used to a much different platform. So, can't complain. It's printing at 200 degrees Celsius. It's pretty low in my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that first layer. I'm used to squashing my first layer down into the bottom of no man's land. And I imagine that without glue this would peel a little bit. And if I try to print a QSN, I'll definitely be printing, putting glue on the table. I imagine if you broke this glass, you'd never really be able to find another one, though. That's kind of a bad thing. And these rivets that hold this thing on don't have any really good insulation on them. Wow, this is so slow. Oh, I'm used to going so much faster. Yeah, that's pretty good though. It's not as loud as I thought it might be. It's really these fans are the loudest thing on this thing. I'm not used to seeing the bed move. This is really throwing me off. I set up the camera to record it, and the whole thing is like off to one side, which is completely whack. Hey, we're printing. So exciting. It's called the Ant. Ecarry. Yeah, alright. So far, so good. It's not horrible. It kind of started out horrible, though, but we fixed that. Wow, I'm amazed at how slow this is printing, but as long as it works, then I'm happy. It's exciting to see a 3D printer run like this. I've never had an XYZ machine. Always Delta, so I'm not used to this, you know? Okay, it did a good retraction, so that's good. I think it needs to be a fraction closer to the bed. And that's a pretty good first layer. I don't know what this is going to make. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it starts another layer. If it starts another layer, I'm going to go take a shower while this thing runs. And I'll probably put the GoPro in time-lapse mode. Or I could put my camera in time-lapse mode. Yeah, I could do that. No, my camera in time-lapse mode isn't 4K. So I don't want to do that. Crap! This thing wasn't even recording. Okay, now it's recording in time-lapse mode. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna let this time-lapse. I'm gonna go take my shower. 200C for the first layer. My bed moves as well as Nate's and Jeff's, yeah. I'm so used to a stationary bed. That's one reason I really like my Delta. So it says it's 0% done. So I'm going to trust that this thing isn't going to explode. And I'm going to let it run. And I'm going to go take my shower. And I'll check in on this later. But let's get this camera set up a little bit better before I go. So I want to be able to see it from afar. Oh, that's pretty good, huh? Okay. What is it supposed to be printing? And do you normally print really slow on your first layer? And are you printing on glass? I used to print on glass. I love printing on glass. Okay, so this might speed up then, because again, these were sliced by the manufacturer. Oh no. Okay, it says it's done. Okay. I can't move this thing manually like I can my printer. I'm so used to moving mine manually. So I'm just going to raise this up. We're going to have a look at this guy. Okay, so you can see there's some holes in there. But to be completely honest, that's pretty darn good. So I think it might need some fine-tune adjustments. But I can't complain so far. So now I'm going to try printing one of the toolbox STO files, or G-codes that's on here. See what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and try printing it, and it should automatically do the homing and everything it's supposed to do. So screw box. Let's see what happens. It's very sensitive. It barely moves that nozzle up and down. Oh, and it heated to 170, which is leaving little blobs of plastic everywhere. Which isn't a huge problem. Alright, so it's heating to 200, and I'm supposed to get this plastic that comes off here, but I couldn't quite get it last time. I don't think it actually squirted it out, did it? Maybe it did, I just couldn't hear it. I'm so used to hearing my extruder run. Let's see if we can print this box it thinks it's printing. Uh-oh. Oh, geez. Okay, that's I'm gonna have to change. Oh, that, oh, it's gonna go around the outside, I guess, so that's okay. It looks like it needs to be a little bit closer. Oh, all over the side. Nice. Oh man, this is going to take a while, isn't it? So I'm so used to being able to adjust the bed, but I guess if the bed moves, you can't adjust it. You know, I'm so used to adjusting it on the fly. Alright, so that's the outside. Oh no, this is the first one right here. Russ never had a rip wrap. I never had a real rip wrap. I mean, come on. The Delta, that particular Delta is a rip wrap. That is the true meaning of a rip wrap, that other one. So it's not really sticking amazingly to the bed. I think it needs to be a little bit closer. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it anyway. And hope for the best. I'm going to go take my shower. I think I need to put glue down though. I don't really know what I'm printing right now. I do know that this thing keeps resetting though. Whenever it went to the second layer, it reset. So I'm gonna go take my shower, I'm going to leave all the lights on. We'll let this thing run. And we'll see what it looks like when I get back. Hopefully not a giant mess. Okay, showtime. Oh, it came off the bed. Drats. That's my fault. Should have added glue. Sure, the multiplier is greater than the other layers for the first. Yeah. The whole thing shifted. Okay, I'm gonna try speeding it up for fun. Oh, that's slowing it down. Oh, it won't let me. Strange. Okay. Okay, so I need to make my first final thoughts real quick. And then I'm going to hand this printer to a novice. Person who has no idea what they're doing. See if I can get it to run. Alright, microphone on. Oh, it went faster finally. I'll put it back at 100. Oh, it's still laying down a good layer. Actually, it's... well, the other layer is fine too. I think I need to adjust... play with it a little bit. It needs some adjustment, maybe. There it goes. It's the one back down. Okay. I'm gonna put the camera back over here where I started. Alright! Well, here we are. I don't know if this is the end of the video or not, but if it is, fantastic. These are my initial thoughts. So I'm currently printing right now, and it's actually doing fine. I really should put some glue on the bed, but I didn't, just to see how it would work, and things shifted a little bit, so it looks a little funny. But it is printing, and it does work. Doesn't seem to be any issues so far. Again, I got it out of the box. It was definitely not damaged too much, I guess. I guess it was damaged because there was one circuit board trace that was cut. Other than that, it was just a matter of going through the whole system and tightening down screws and getting everything like tight again and making sure it was good to go. Obviously, it was tightened at the factory, but it was here now and not at the factory, and it needed some work. So to say that you can just pull it out of the box and make it work right out of the box is not really good for this particular review, but at the end of the day, it's actually really well constructed, and I'm going to be putting this thing through a lot more tests, and we're going to find out what it can and can't do as far as actual printing, the quality of printing, and everything that we need to know about printing with this unit. So as far as someone that has no idea what they're doing to be able to just purchase this and use it, I'm not so sure. It depends on the person's background. If they have a tiny bit of mechanical background, I think they'll be fine. They'll be able to fix a few of the things that need to be tweaked. But at the end of the day, it's just a matter of how much do you want to pay Do you want a printer that's built, or do you want a kit and to start from scratch, which would be way more harder than a normal person could ever do? I think that a person that has a little mechanical knowledge, and in my case a little electrical knowledge, who can solder, right, because I had that circuit board problem, I think that would be a great first printer for a guy that has a little bit of hands-on experience, that wants a printer to actually use, and it works. So yeah, more testing to do, of course, but right now my initial thought is I like this little thing. So far. We'll see about what happens next time. What else am I going to say? Alright, so here we are. We've taken this thing out of the box. We've repaired a little bit of the damage that shipping happened to have. Unfortunately, shipping all the way from China in this case. I'm in the United States. And along the way it had some mishaps. Whether or not yours will or not is a whole other story, but mine did. However, nothing was completely broke. Everything was repairable, and I'm still using it as is. Now, if you get your printer from GearBest and it's completely mangled when you get it and you cannot figure out how to fix it, I would contact GearBest and ask them if you can have a replacement, or if they can switch it out, or if it's the shipping's problem. I don't know. My box physically looked pretty good. There was no corners banged up or anything. So I don't know. But at the end of the day, I am printing with it. I didn't have any giant failures, and now it's a matter of just testing this thing. How will it print? And doing a different style finished review on this thing for the next phase. So right now, I give this thing a thumbs up. The auto level feature worked really well. I'm printing right on glass. Things seem to have shifted. But for the first print, it had a pretty good first layer. It needs some tweaking, but I think that's just part of 3D printing. You need to be able to tweak a few things. But I think this is going to be a great little machine for a guy that has a little bit of hands-on experience, who could maybe do a minor repair or some tweaking of the parts. It's a lot better than actually having to put the whole thing together from a kit. Fixing a few things was way easier than having to start from scratch. That would have taken me a week to put this thing together. Maybe not, but honestly, it'd probably take a couple of days for sure. 2 or 3 hours a day during the evening or something. But yeah, thumbs up so far. We'll see what happens next. See you later. Okay, I have no idea. I'm just going to have to look at all the footage I recorded and find out if any of it's usable. I would like to actually print something. I'm going to put this back up to 200%. Because I want to see what happens at layer 2. I don't know what that LED is attached to. I guess it's that's just a different circuit board than I'm used to. Okay. So I'm going to speed it back up and see what happens here. See if it's going to work just fine or it's going to go funny. I mean, that layer, it's not terrible. Yeah, I turned it the wrong way at first. This thing is reversed from what I'm used to. It should go faster in a second. Oh, there it goes. Cook it, baby. It can go faster. I've seen it. Let's see if it goes to the next layer, because I was definitely having a reset problem. I think it resets after every print to make sure it does like the homing and auto level and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. Let's just see what happens at the second layer here. side's like peeling off. So right now it's at Z.3. So I think I could bring that down to like 0.2 and probably be okay. Even though, like you say, it's actually supposed to be a little more. You still awake, Mike? Oh, it reset. Okay. Well, I really do not understand why it does that, but I'm just going to have to spend a little bit more time with it. Wow, that's a really good first layer. Okay, so this did not stick really well to the bed, but that's actually a really good first layer. I can't complain about that at all, especially since it shifted. I mean, as far as like what kind of holes are in there, it's actually solid. So I think that's pretty good. However, every time it's printed for the first layer, it stops when it gets done with the first layer and resets the printer. I gotta look into that. We'll find out later. Alright, dudes, people, everyone. You know, even the power supply is really not that big. I guess I'll leave this out here. It's not going to hurt anything, right? Slide this back on the spool, maybe. That's the other thing I need to put is a dust collector thing on here. Get any of the dust off of the filament as it goes in. It's actually quite important. Alright, temporarily. Alright, guys and girls, it's been a fun and interesting adventure. I was really hoping I could pull it out of the box and just start printing with it, but the fact that I couldn't doesn't change my opinion just yet, because it's still $150. No, $250. And it's lightweight. It's portable. It's got auto leveling, so you don't have to screw around with that every single time you want to do something. Extra hot end. I mean, yeah. So far, I'm actually pretty pleased. I have to say, it's I guess about what I expected. I expected it to be not flawless. But man, for this to be aluminum, and this is actually machined. Machined aluminum here. Extruded. Belts are still tight. Okay. See you guys another day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.